Received a file in the name of Power BI exercise. I recommend download that file. It's a zip file. Please do unzip it. Please extract it. Maybe in the mail itself I would have told right click and extract it. Please extract it. Don't unfortunately or fortunately in the latest version of Windows we have an option straight away you can open the file also. The zip file can be straight away opened. Even you can open the file by double clicking and open it straight away. But I don't recommend it. What I recommend is please extract that file. Please extract the file. So right click on that Power BI exercise. I hope you have downloaded that file. Put that file anywhere on your desktop, and I have created a folder. I have created a folder in today's maybe the date with your company name and Power BI, and inside it I have copied this folder. Now I make a right click on it, extract it, and you can save it in some other location. Extract it. And wherever you want to extract, let me extract it in the same folder here. Extract. Yes. So I can see there is a folder. Under this, this is a zip file. Please remember, this is a zip file. This zip file I have extracted into a Power BI exercise file. So you can delete this zip file also after extracting, because if you may get confused, because today and tomorrow we are going to select a folder, we will be selecting a file, we will be selecting a text, we will be selecting PDFs, so many things we are going to do. After this you can even delete this zip file also after extracting. Okay, extract all. Wow. Oh, he would have sent it through. How he has sent it? You can straight away download it. I didn't send it. I think Mr. Karthik would have sent it. I would have received it from Karthik. Download and extract it. You can do it. How you are receiving it, through Outlook or Teams? Through Teams. Yes, ask someone. If you are not able to get it, other people can share it through an Outlook or some other mode. Maybe through mail. It's a zip file. Just one MB file. Open Daimler. Zip file. Just send that zip file. Sir, you got it. Challenges. Okay. Shall we move on? So please do extract all the files. Right click on that zip file and extract all and put it in a particular folder. I already extracted it. Maybe I have put it in a particular folder in the same name, Power BI exercise. Please extract it, and later you can delete this zip file also, because you should not get confused. There is two names. One is a zip file, another one is a folder name. You should not get confused. So please do, you can delete that file also. That zip file can be deleted also. Okay. So please keep this file ready. So these are all the files which we are going to work today. There is a folder, there is a Excel file, there is a TXT file, there is a CSV file. So today we are going to see how to use one sheet, multiple files, multiple text files, multiple CSV files, how to import it and how to create a report. That's all the things which we are going to learn today. So please keep this file ready. And I hope everyone has got the latest version of Power BI. We have two types of Power BI. Before going into Power BI, how this Power BI has been evaluated. Power BI has been started just 11 years before, 2015, 29th of June. Power BI was launched. Before Power BI, or still people are using this to create a report. Morning itself, some people have told we are using Microsoft Excel to create a report. Could you tell me what is the tool we are using in Microsoft Excel to create a report? The tool used for creating a report in Microsoft Excel. What is the tool? Pivot. Very good. Pivot is the tool which we use to create a report. But could you tell me based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Based on how many tables? 1, 2, 3. I will say 4, 5, 6. When I can stop. How many tables? Based on how many tables can we create a report? Only one table. You can create a report based on only one table. If you want to create a report based on some other table, we have to write a lookup and bring the column here and we have to create a report. Instead, in 2010 of Microsoft Excel, they have introduced a feature called as Power Pivot. It's a part of Microsoft Excel. Power Pivot, combination of multiple sheets, multiple files, you can create one report. No need to write a lookup or VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. We said RIP. XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP has died very long back, 7-8 years before. Still people are using it. But I say we have said RIP to VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP very long back. So we can use Power Pivot here. And we have large number of data. I don't know how many rows and how many columns are available in Excel. Is approximately there are 10 lakh rows and 16,000 columns. But nowadays 10 lakh rows may not be sufficient. The data are accumulating. We can have million, billion, trillions of data. And we want to consult the data. We want to combine the data. We have to trim the data. We have to transform the data. For that we have a tool called as Power Query. These are all part of Microsoft Excel. I think here we have a course on Microsoft Excel in Daimler, where we not conduct the basics of Microsoft. We are not conducting the basics of, we are conducting the tool called as Power Pivot and Power Query. In Excel, we have a training of Excel. We don't cover the basics, is very long back. 7-8 years before, we covered the basics of formulas and functions. Now no formulas. People say no formula, zero formula. Zero formula. Without writing the formulas and function, how to achieve the same thing. So we can do it using this Power Pivot and Power Query. Even someone has said Power App. Power App is zero code. Without writing a code, we can create application. Same like zero formulas. We can create a report. We can do anything using this Power Pivot and Power Query. And in from 2010, it's available in 2010 of Microsoft. 2010. From 2010-13. After that, we had a 16 version. In 2010 and 13, this is an add-ins. We have to download that in and we have to install it. But from 16, this has become part of Microsoft Excel. It has become part of Microsoft Excel. We had a tool. First 3 tools still we are having it. But one tool which we had in the earlier version is Power View. There was a tool called as Power View. All this combination of all the 4 tools together, they have created a new application that is called as Power BI. Okay. BI is an application and the Power BI is a software developed by Microsoft. BI. What is BI? BI indicates? Very good. Business intelligence. 2 I's are popular nowadays. First 2 I's. AI. BI. AI is artificial intelligence. BI is business intelligence. We have some AI available in Power BI. Some AI. We will see that AI. AI, you have a separate course available for AI here. But there are some small AI tools available in Power BI. We will see that also. Okay. And Power BI, under Power BI, we have 2, basically there are 3, but we are going to learn only 2 here. There are 2 types of Power BI available. One is Power BI Desktop. Second one is Power BI Services. Even Microsoft Excel also, I believe we have 2 types of Excel, right? Online, offline. You can use Excel offline, you can use the Excel online also. Correct? Same like Power BI have two things. One is Power BI desktop and Power BI services. Power BI desktop. No licensing, nothing. No need to buy. Just go to Microsoft.com or go to Microsoft stores, app.powerbi.com, downloading Power BI and start using Power BI. No need to pay a single piece of money. It's not required. So just you can start using it. Start using it. You can create a report, you can create a dashboard. Everything can be done in this Power BI desktop. It's totally free of cost. Totally free of cost. No need to pay anything here. And you'll have update literally every month. Every month there will be an update. Approximately between 10th and 20th. Maybe we may expect a update today or tomorrow. Maximum by today or tomorrow. This month update will be there. April 2026 will get updated. So, but as of now, the latest update is March 2026. So, it's a free of cost. It updates every month. So, Power BI desktop. You can create a report. You can create a dashboard. And unfortunately, you cannot publish and share the report. Publishing and sharing is not possible. So if you want to publish the report, you want to share the report to others, then you have to go with Power BI services. In Power BI services, we have some licensing part. There are two types of licensing. One is pro license, another one is the premium license. We'll talk about that later. So I don't know what is the license you are all holding. 99% you will be holding pro license. We'll see that. We'll see that after publishing, we'll see. So there are two types of Power BI desktop and Power BI services. Power BI desktop is where we are going to create a report. We are going to create a dashboard. All the things can be creating a report, creating the dashboard. Everything will be done in desktop. After that, to publish it and share it, then we have to come to Power BI services. Okay, so let us start with this Power BI desktop. So today we are going to start with Power BI desktop. Hope everyone has already installed that Power BI desktop. It's already available. So let us open that Power BI desktop. I'll go to the start button here. I'll go to the search box and I'll open this Power BI. I'll go to the search box and just type Power BI desktop. It's already available, or I already have a shortcut for that. So let me open this Power BI desktop. Okay, and I recommend this training. I don't like lecturing. I hope no one will like lecturing, correct? It should be an interactive session. Puzzle me and trigger me with your queries. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate, stop me and ask me there itself. I want 100% interaction here. Any doubts, it can be basic, it can be silly doubt. I hope no doubt in the world can be basic, no doubt in the world can be silly. Answer can be silly, doubts cannot be silly. Doubt is a doubt. Any doubt, don't hesitate, stop me and ask me there itself. There is no query session. Some people will ask, we have a Q&A session at the last. No, here all the sessions are Q&A session. If you have any doubt, stop me. Whatever I am doing, I recommend everyone to practice it parallelly. I recommend everyone to practice. If whatever I am seeing on the screen, if you are not able to see it on the screen, stop me and ask me there itself. Because Power BI is not like Excel. It's not like other softwares. In Excel, if you don't know sorting, you can go to filtering. If you don't know filtering, you can go to another topic. But here, all are interconnected. If you don't know how to get the data, you cannot transform. If you don't know how to transform, you cannot load. If you don't know load, you cannot create a report. If you are not able to create a report, you cannot publish it. All are interconnected. So any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. That's the reason we are all here, correct? Otherwise, very simple. I will share my YouTube channel link. I will share my website link. You can go to the website, YouTube, watch the videos. That's very simple. But the reason to have this classroom session, to have all your doubts clarified. It can be any sorts of basic, silly, any sorts of doubts. A person who has doubt for that moment. A person who doesn't ask doubt forever. Okay, so don't do that. Don't have the doubts on mind. Clarify it immediately. I can repeat a concept any number of times. If you are not able to understand, twice, thrice I can repeat the concept. Still, if you are not able to understand, I will come to your system and solve your doubts. Okay? So try to use these 2 days as much as possible. Okay? And the second request, which is a common request for all the training session in the world. I'm not arrogant to say switch off, at least put it on the silent. I will check. Yes. Great. So, please do open it. As I told, please practice it parallelly, because as I indicated, Power BI, very easily you will forget the concept. Whatever I am trying to do, please do practice it parallelly. Please open this Power BI desktop. I think everyone has landed into this welcome screen. This is the welcome screen of Power BI. Of course, on the top, by default, it automatically opens your file, Untitled Power BI Desktop. On the right hand side, you should get your name. That means you have already signed in. If you are not signed in, now you can sign it. I think it should be automatically signed in. So you have signed it. Even if you have the free license, pro license, premium license, you can sign in. Only thing is you should have your corporate email ID. What is corporate email ID? You should not sign in through a Google, Gmail, Outlook. You should use your corporate email ID. So I hope everyone has signed in. So your name will be on the right side top. And this is the source where we are going to start the report, how we are going to start the report, whether we are going to start a report with the blank one. 1 lakh catalog. I think morning I have discussed about this 1 lakh. As I indicated, you may have so many data sources in your company. Some people are using SAP, some people are using Oracle, someone can use SQL. And your team, your admin team will not give you permission to straight away to access your SharePoint or access your SAP, access your SQL. So that the Microsoft has created this 1 lakh catalog, which will have a replica, which will have a mirror image of your source data. From this 1 lakh, you can get your data also. And Excel, SQL, various data sources are available. We'll learn about this. And what is a recommended report, and the most frequently used report will be available here. And the report which is shared with me, someone has shared the report. There is a difference between sharing and publishing. This is normal like a Excel file sharing, but there is another sharing, publishing and sharing. We'll discuss about that later. Someone has shared the report that will be available here. And of course, you know this, signed out and options and settings. The backstage of your Power BI. This is the backstage of your Power BI. We'll explore that. About is the where we can check what is the version of Power BI. To check the version of Power BI, you can click on the about. That's method number 1. Second method is you can open a blank report. On the blank report also you can check the about. Both are same. Even if you are coming out, even if you click on about, it opens a blank report and shows the about. Or open the blank report and you can check the about also. Both are same. Both are similar. So I can do something here. Instead of clicking on about, as of now, I am going to click on the blank report. So let me click on the blank report. So it has opened the blank report. Here I have to check the version of Power BI. How do we check the version of Power BI? Help. Under help, you can see about. Click on the help. On the help, you can see there is an option called as about. Okay, this is Power BI Desktop and the version is March 2026. Morning I have checked it, but I didn't check it for who came late. I didn't check it. So, all are holding the same version or any other difference on the version? Yes. March 2026. 25. You have to upgrade. Maybe in the tea break or lunch break, try to upgrade. Not now. Maybe before the training, they should have told. 10th when we attended the meeting also, we have requested it. And before that, they should have told. You got the information, right? It has to be upgraded. How do you upgrade it now? You have to send it to your IT or some other things. Only you or any other one who is having the older version? What is the one?
25. Master. I'm doing now. It will complete.
You are on the process. Okay. So, November? 25. Okay. You can manage. November 25. 1 or 2 features may be varying, but you can manage. Try to upgrade it by today evening or maximum by tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to see some advanced features. Maximum tomorrow morning. But I think you have to upgrade it as soon as, maybe before the lunch break at least. Morning Power Query will be similar. Afternoon we will be jumping into Power BI. Before that, try to upgrade it. Okay. So what is the process? You have to send a ticket to your IT team. They will do it. How long it takes?
Actually, I raise ticket on Friday.
Oh, still it's on the process. Okay.
But
So
by today, if we raise ticket today, it will be completed.
because you have training, maybe you try that today. Okay. As of now, you can go with it. Don't go to now. Don't do it because we will concentrate here. First session, we are going to see about Power Query. Power Query is similar to whatever the version you are seeing. When you jump into Power BI, maybe it may be a difference. So let me close this. This is to how to check the version. Let us see an introduction of Power BI. What are all the elements, what are all the components, and what are all the options available in Power BI. Then we will jump on to our next session. So let me start with the introduction. Of course, everyone knows this. On the top, where we can see your file name and your software name available. This we call this as title bar. This is called as title bar. Below the title bar, the file, home, insert, modeling, view, this whole area put together. This whole area put together, we call this as ribbons. Why do I explain this on the first session? Maybe today or tomorrow, I will say click on the ribbon, click on the quad, click on the view tab. So you have to understand, whenever I'm saying some technical terms here, you have to understand where to click. That's why I'm explaining this at the first session itself. The whole area put together, we call it as a ribbon. And whatever I'm explaining now, it's not only for Power BI, it's common for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, Project, in any Microsoft tools. So this entire area is a ribbon. On the ribbon, the first one available here, file. There is a file available, which we call it as Office button. The backstage of your Office button means backstage. Home, insert, and modeling. There is a home, there is a insert, there is a modeling. These are all called as tab. Very good. This is called as tabs. A special tab will appear. Whenever you do some activity, you can see a special tab will appear here. When you create a measure, when you are creating a columns, a special tab will appear. That tab will change based on the content. Content wise it will change. That's why we call this as contextual tab. The tab is called as contextual tab. And this one, clipboard data queries. There is a clipboard, there is a data, there is a queries. These are all called as group. Clipboard is a group, query is a group, data is a group. These are all called as groups. All the other items available, for example, the cut, copy, paste, the get data, everything available here. All the other things available here. This one, all the other buttons available here. We call it as comments. Okay. As I indicated, whatever I explained now, it's not only for Power BI. These are all the things common for all the tools, all the Microsoft Office tools. Yeah? Yes, sir. There is a small application called as it's part of Microsoft. I will share you the link. Maybe I will share it with Mr. Karthik. I think he will share it to you. This is from Microsoft Learn. Even you can go to Microsoft Learn and you can check that. There is a tool called as Zoom It. Okay, we have updation in February month also. Okay, what the Zoom It is? If you open the Zoomit and you have to download it and you have to start using it. No need for installing also. Here you can see there is a shortcut keys, everything is available. For example, Control 2 is for drawing, W for whiteboard, K for blackboard, T for text, and hold Shift key for drawing a line. Let me do that. Control 2. You can see that I am getting the text here. If you want to type a text, I am pressing T and I am typing it. And I want to draw a straight line. Hold the Shift key. Hold the Shift key. I am drawing a Shift key, and I am drawing a line. Rectangle means Control key. Tab means ellipse. So all the shortcut keys are available here. So this link I will share it. Maybe I will share it to Karthik. He will circulate to others. Or I can share it to any one of you. You can put it on the Teams or anywhere else. This is part of Microsoft. Okay. So we have seen what is the ribbon, what is the tab, what is the quad and other things. On the left hand side of your Power BI, if you are using the older version, you will have only 4. Maybe very old version you will have only 3. Maybe in the older version, I don't know about the March 2025. Are you getting 4 or 5 here? I don't know. You will be getting only 4. On the left hand side, there will be 4 buttons. Sorry. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe in the older version you may get only 4. 1 year before, 1.5, 2 years before, you would have got only 3. There are 3 or 4, 5 types of view. Now we have 5. It may increase in near future also. 5 types of view. Let me explain the 5 types of view. The first view. This is your report view. This is your report view. Report view. So where we are going to create all our visuals. This is where you are going to create a visuals. If you come to this view only, you can create your visuals. Second, there is a view available here called as data view. This is the view where we can see our data or where we can see our table. Third view is your model view. This is our model view. So model view means where we are going to create a relationship between the table. I have 3 or 4 table. I want to create a relationship between the 3 or 4 table and I want to create a report. For that we can use this model view. Fourth one. There is something called as DAX. In Excel, if you want to create a formula or a function, could you tell me through which we will create a formula or a function in Excel? Any idea? Through which we will create a formula and function in Excel is through, whenever you create a formula and function, it goes through FX. Correct? All the formulas and function will work through that FX. On the formula bar, you will see that FX. Through FX only, you will create a formula and function. Similarly, if you want to create a formula and functions in Power BI, we have to use this DAX. Through DAX, you can create some formulas and function. 99% of formulas and function may not be required. Without formulas and function, also you can create a report, but we will see when it is required, where to create a formulas. We'll see that. I think when you come to the advanced level of Power BI, we'll be seeing more DAX. Anyway, we'll see a simple DAX today or tomorrow. Advanced level DAX will be on the second level of this Power BI. So, data analysis and expression. This is DAX. The last one is TMDL. TMDL. What is this TMDL? Table, model, definition, language. Okay. You can see there is a model available. This table model is available in somewhere else in the third. You can see on the third view also there is an option called as model. Same model is appearing here. This model, you can see there is a model. Here also you can see there is a model. Creating a relationship between the table through a view. Creating a relationship through a language. Coding. You have to write a coding, you have to learn some software. Through a software, you can connect multiple tables. Unfortunately, as I indicated in a red, this we are not going to explore today or tomorrow. Time permits, we will be seeing only in the advanced level of Power BI. We are not going to explore this today. Tomorrow also we are not going to. This is purely about, more about coding and writing some coding languages. Maybe for the coders, this may be useful. We can create the same thing, we can create it in this definition, this in the relationship view itself. So we are not going to explore this. So 5 types of views available. First view is for creating the report, second view is for seeing your table, third view is for modeling relationship, fourth one is for DAX, fifth one is also modeling through a language. Through a language, we can use this model. So these are all the 5 types of view. Okay.
Which are the scenarios where we...
As I told, I want to create a relationship between the table without writing a coding. Through a coding, I don't want to come to a table on the background coding. I cannot come to the software itself, background. It automatically connects the relationship between the table.
It can be done with our...
We can do it, but here we have to manually connect sometimes. That through a coding we can connect it, that's all. Same thing can be done manually also, without coding. Okay. Can I close this? Means this text, whatever I typed. Yes. And you are going to publish this report. When you are going to publish the report, how your end user is going to view the report. Whether your end user is going to view the report on a laptop like this, or they are going to view a report in a mobile phone. So if they are going to view the report, how should be your layout? If they are going to view the report in a mobile, if they are going to view the report in your desktop or laptop, how should be your layout? What should be the first one? What should be the second one? So there are 2 types of layouts. You can see one is your desktop, second one is your mobile layout. 2 types of layouts. I think you would have noticed it. If you open your company website in mobile, your layout will be different, correct? Same website, if you open it in your desktop or laptop, your layout will be different. Same thing, you can do it in your Power BI also. We'll see how to do that. And Excel is a workbook which will have list of sheets. PowerPoint is a presentation which will have list of slides. Power BI is a reporting tool which will have list of pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. You have pages in the report. Inside the pages, you can see this area. The whole area, the technical name for this whole area, we call this as canvas. The whole area, the name of this whole area, we call it as canvas. Inside this canvas only, we are going to create some reports. On this canvas. You can see on the left hand side of the canvas there is a dotted lines. Right hand side of the canvas there is a dotted lines. On the bottom of the canvas also you can see a dotted line. There is a canvas dotted lines on the top also. There is a top also, you will see that. But now we are not able to see it. I will show you when we can see that dotted lines. Could you tell me what is this dotted line indicates? This is available not only in Power BI, it's available Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, any software. Whenever you take a printout or when you are aligning some pages, you would have seen this. What is this? Margins. Margins. On the pages you can have the margins. This is all called as margin. Within the margin only you can create a report. Outside the margin you cannot create a report. This is margins. Then you have 3 types of tabs. 3 types of tab. Tab number 1. On the left hand side, filter. Tab number 2, visualization. Tab number 3, data. 3 types of tabs. You can expand the tab by clicking on the arrow mark. You can expand the tab. First tab is filter tab. What is this filter tab? Assume you are creating a report or a chart or anything. Suppose I have created customer wise, what is my total sales? I have created customer wise, what is my total sales? I have created a chart, I have created a table, I have created a report. I have hundreds of customers. I cannot see all the 100 customer in one visual. Out of the 100 customer, I want to see only the top 10 customers. I want to see only the top 10. I want to filter only the top 10 customers. So we have an option for filtering a visual. You can filter a particular visual. Second, assume in this page, I have created 7 or 8 visuals. Maybe for the finance, assume that for a finance team, I have created a visual. I want to show all the pending report, where are all the pending, where all the payment has not received. So this entire page is having only the report of pending not received. So I want to filter only the pending payments. So I want to filter the page. The entire page can be filtered here. Filter on this page. The last one. Assume you have created 10 pages of report. You have created more than 10 pages of report. Assume one product, we have stopped manufacturing that product. I don't want that product should appear in all the 10 pages. Or if I click on year 2026, all the 10 pages, I want only 2026 report to be filtered. Or we have various branches. So I want only this branch report in all the 10 pages. Or I want country-wise, India means, if I select India, only the India-based report should be displayed in all the 10 pages. Then we can use this filter on all pages. So 3 types of filtering. Filter a visual, filter a page, filter on all pages. These are all the things which is not possible when you are using other tools like Microsoft Excel. Correct? You can filter only a particular visual. We cannot filter a page. We cannot filter all the pages also. Right? Then, under the visualization, when I go below the visualization, this is where we are going to create a visualization. To create a visualization, first thing is you have to come to the view called as visuals. Then you have to come to the visualization. We have to create a visual. Of course, the first button is used for creating the visual, where we can see all types of visuals are available. Under the visual, the properties of the visual will be available. So this is where we are going to create a visual. Creating a visual. After inserting a visual, you are going to format that visual, formatting a visual. So this is the area for formatting a visual. So this is for format. Third one, you are going to analyze a visual. Analyzing means fixing a target line. I can fix a target, or I can find out the forecasting. If my production goes like this for 10 months, what will be my production? What will be my sales for the 11th and 12th month? So I want to analyze something. So we can go for the third one, analysis. For analyzing, you can use the third one. Okay. Nothing is there because we didn't create any visual. There will be a button available. As of now, the button is not visible because we didn't create a visual. And that analyze may be available only for a particular visual, not all the visuals. All the visual you cannot fix a target. All the visual you cannot forecast it. Some visuals you can forecast it. So when you insert that visual, that option will be activated. As of now, nothing is there because we didn't create a visual. Right. The last one, data. So this is the data where we can see when I import your table or import the data, all your column names will be displayed here. and in your table, what are all the column names? All the column name will be displayed. Using the column, these names only, we are going to create a report. I think you would have seen in pivot table, correct? When you insert a pivot table, all your column names will be displayed. We will drag and drop and we will create a report. Same like all your column names will be displayed here. We will drag and drop and we will create a report based on that column names. And finally, the last one on the bottom, of course, everyone knows this. Plus and minus, which is our zoom slider. Increase or decrease the percentage of your view. Okay. That's it about the introduction. And we have seen what are all the elements, what are all the components, and what are all the options available in Power BI. So before stepping into the next process, as of now, whatever we have seen, any questions?
Other than Excel, we can't import any.
Any table, whatever in table format, you can import anything. Your data to be in a table format. It can be from Excel, it can be from CSV, text, PDF, picture, SAP, Oracle. It should be in a table format, that's all. Rows and columns. Hmm. No, not required. Once you are signed in, it will be available on the top automatically. Okay, any other? Which one? Size. Size. Canvas size. We'll see that. Okay. We'll see how to, we'll come to the chapter later. So, we'll move on to the next one. No doubts, sir. Okay. If you don't have doubts, there are two reasons. What are the two reasons for not getting doubts? Everything understood, you'll never get a doubt. Nothing understood also, you'll never get a doubt. But the problem is, you can understand everything here. As I told, after 4:30, if you open a system, everything becomes blank. No other go. Please, please, please practice it. Right. Let us start now. So, as of now, I am going to minimize this Power BI. What we are going to do in the first session is, today morning you have downloaded a folder and we have extracted the folder. You have unzipped that folder. Under that folder, you can see there are some subfolder. There are some Excel file. There are some text file. There are some PDF files. Sorry, CSV file. There are some files available here. Now, what I will do is, let us open the first file. 01 transaction data. There is a file called as 01 transaction data. Please do open that file. Just open that file. 01 transaction data. Of course, it's an Excel file, so you can open it in Excel. As usual, when you have downloaded some external file, it will ask you to enable editing. Please enable that. We have enable editing here. So enable that, enable editing here. So we have a table, we have a columns and rows available. Transaction data set for the year of 2022 to 2026. We have some columns available: invoice number, invoice date, region, state, city, and it goes ahead. We have some 10 or 20 columns available here till yes. Now, based on this data, we are going to import this data into Power BI. We are going to create a report based on this. Before importing the data, just in Excel, could you tell me, is there any problem in this data? This data is 100% clean. Can I import this data straight away to Power BI? Or if you find any problem in this data? There are some blanks. Where is the blank? In payment mode, you have something blank. Okay. There is some blank in payment mode. Very good. Maybe we would have not received the payment. That's why it's blank. Okay. Fine. We'll replace it. Another one. There are some rows are empty. Maybe the second row. After second row, there are some empty and first row is merged. Very good. And there are some empty rows after 460. You can see there are some empty rows also available. Very good. Superb. Now I want to know where my data is ending. I want to know the end of my data. See the end of your data. I don't know whether you know this feature available in Excel. There is something called as workbook statistics available in Microsoft Excel. Workbook statistics. Maybe this workbook statistics would have been graded out. Maybe it may not be available on your system. So what you do is just go to the right click of your status bar in Excel, right click of the status bar, and there is an option called as workbook statistics, which has to be checked. If it is checked, if you are checked once, it will be available permanently here. It will be available permanently here. So workbook statistics. So let me enable that workbook statistics. After enabling the workbook statistics, if I go to that workbook statistics and I make a click here, on the workbook statistics, I make a click. It says the end of the sheet is Y377 and cell in data cells with data is 69,581. How many sheets are there? How many tables are there? How many formulas are there? It is showing a workbook statistics here, right? It shows the workbook statistics here. Unfortunately, here, since I know this, I am clicking here and I am able to find it. This is one method to check the workbook statistics. First, you make a right click here and enable the workbook statistics. After enabling, you have to make a click here. Or if you don't want this workbook statistics, is there any other method to check the workbook statistics? Yes, we have a method to do it. And go to the review tab. Under the review tab, straight away there is an option called as workbook statistics. Even you can click on this also. Both are same. Both are same. Okay. Either activate this workbook statistics and check what is your workbook statistics, or go to the review tab and click on the workbook statistics. There is a small conflict here. What is the conflict here is, when I checked here, when I go to the right hand side, my data is ending at yes. Correct? But unfortunately, when I click on the workbook statistics, it says, where is my data ending? Why? 3777. This is the biggest problem in Excel. I don't know whether you have noticed it. Let me open some of this file. I don't want to disturb. Let me open some other file in Excel. I'll open some file. Maybe I'll open some file. Some other sample file. I'll open some file in Excel. I have a file. Just I have a file. Here, when I click on the workbook statistics, it says F16, F116. Correct, because my data is ending at F. That is perfect. And we have a shortcut key in Excel to find out which is your last. This is one method. Workbook statistics, if I click and you can find out what is your last row. Fine. But you have a shortcut key in Excel. I don't know whether you are aware of the shortcut key. Control End. There is a key called as Control End on your keyboard. Some key laptops you have to press Control Function End. Some laptops you have to press Control Function End. Some laptops you have to press Control End. Based on where is the end key. If the end key is separately available, you can straight away press Control End. Some laptops, the end key may be available above F11, F12. In my system, it's available above F12. So I have to press the function key now. So either you can press Control End or you can press Control Function End. It will go to the last filled cell. Where is my last filled cell? Perfect. Here it's ending at F116. Perfect. This table is perfectly correct. But we are using Excel not only for analyzing, we are using Excel for everything. I have seen people are doing Excel like a data entry. People are doing Excel for noting down the phone number, mobile number. For everything they are using in Excel. For example, assume that in column number P, just I am going to the column number P and I am entering some data, some sample data here. Just I am noting down, I am doing some calculation and I am doing something and I am entering it. And immediately within 1 second, I have deleted it. 1 second, not even a second. Within 1 second, I have deleted it. Now, Let me press the control end key. You can see now where it is ending is. Unfortunately, it is ending at P. I have typed something in P and I deleted it instantly, immediately, within few, not even 1 second I have deleted it, but still my Excel is thinking this is where my data is ending. This is a problem in Excel. You would have noticed your file size will be lesser, but your data will be very lesser. Your file size is too large. Because in Z column, you would have entered very long back and we would have deleted it. But the Excel will consider A to Z is your data. So when I upload this data to some other, when you download the data or when you do some calculation, it will do from A to Z. When you sort it, A to Z will get sorted. When you get filtered, A to Z will get filtered. That's a problem in Excel. So that has happened here in our source data. So when I press control end here, it is ending at Y something 37777. Either you delete this data or I don't know, I cannot delete it. I am not the author of this data. My customer or my end user, my top management, they have this data. I cannot delete it. So I want to export this data to Power BI and we have to clean up all the cleanup process, everything I have to do it in Power BI. So I recommend don't do it in Excel, do it in Power BI. Why I am asking to do it in Power BI is, if it is happen in the future also, later they are adding, they are not deleting the data, later they are adding the data, later they will do a empty rows and empty columns in the future also, it will get updated automatically if we do it in Power BI. So this data I'm not going to do anything in Excel. Whatever the cleanup and whatever the transforming, we are going to do it in Power BI. So we found some problem. Manually we found some problem. There are some empty rows, there are some empty columns, there are some empty cells, and heading is not correct. There is some merged cells. So these are all the problem I found it here. So this data I'm going to import it to Power BI. We are going to create a report based on this. Before importing or before doing anything, I recommend to close this file. Please do close this file. Is it mandatory to be closed? Not required, but it's better to close it. It's better to close it. Whenever you are using a file from Excel to Power BI, Excel to PowerPoint, Excel to other source, so please, I recommend to close that file. How can I close a file? Close a file. So this will close the Excel application. I don't want to close the Excel application. I want to close the Excel file. Control W. Don't open the Excel application, and every time close and open the Excel application, it may slow down your system speed. Close that file. Excel can be opened in the morning and close it only at the end, evening. That's fine. So close the Excel file. Control W. We have a workflow. Today we are going to follow some workflow here. Please note down that workflow. 5 workflows are available in Power BI. The workflow number 1. Get. Workflow number 2. Transform. Workflow number 3. Load. Workflow number 4. Report. Workflow number 5. Publish. There will be one sub workflow after 3 reporting. Under reporting, before creating report, there is a workflow. One more, which we are going to explore tomorrow only. Basically, we have 5 workflows. Get, transform, load, report, and publish. Get. From where we are going to get the data? As of now, we are going to get it from Excel. But you can get it from any data source in the world. The only thing is your data source should be in a table format, rows and columns. If it is in a rows and columns, it can be Excel, it can be a PDF, it can be CSV, it can be a picture also. Take a snapshot of a picture and you can convert it as a data if it is a table format. So any data can be converted as a data source if it is a table format. First, so we are going to get the data from any data source. After getting the data, we are going to clean up, we are going to transform the data. We have to convert the data into a meaningful data. So unwanted rows, columns, everything has to be transformed. To transform it, we are going to use a tool called as Power. So through Power Query, we are going to clean up and we are going to transform the data. After cleaning up and after transforming the data, we are going to load the data. Where are we going to load the data? We will be loading the data into Power BI desktop. After loading the data, we have to create a report on the data. To create a report also, we are going to use Power BI desktop. Same Power BI desktop has to be used for creating the report. Finally, publishing. So publishing, where will be publishing our report? We'll be publishing in Power BI services. That's all. So before end of today evening, we have to publish at least one report. One report has to be published by before today evening. So all the 5 workflows we have to complete it by today. Okay. We have an option available in Power BI. We have an option available in Power BI. Get and load straight away. You can get it and you can load it straight away. But my recommendation is always follow the hierarchy. Get it, transform it, then load it. That's my hierarchy. Always follow the hierarchy. That's my suggestion. So don't just get it and load it. Sometimes if you feel that your data is 100% clean, you can load it straight away. But my recommendation, even though if you see your data is clean, please transform it and load it, because there is a tool available in transformation to check your column quality, whether your column quality is right or wrong. To check it, we have a tool available. So follow that and then load it. Get it, transform it and load it and then publish it and report. Always follow the hierarchy. Right? So now what are we going to do? We are going to get the data. Right? So let us see how to get the data, how to transform the data and how to load the data. We'll see the first process, transforming, loading, we'll see after the break. So how to get the data? Let us open the Power BI and I recommend please do close that Excel file. Or you are getting it from text file, that text file has to be closed. CSV, that CSV has to be closed. SAP, the SAP has to be closed before getting the data. So there are 3 basic methods to get the data. First method, file. So click on file. Under file, there is an option available here, get data. So click on file. Under file, you can see there is an option of getting the data. Method number 1. Click on it. So most frequently, commonly used data sources are available. Excel, Power BI, data flow, SQL, Azure, text, CSV. If you don't want this data, if you want to use some other data source, so then we can click on this. Get data to get started, the last one. If I click, almost all the important data source in the world will be displayed here. All the important data source. As someone has asked for this, SAP, I want to connect it through SAP. That's very simple. So either you can search down the SAP here or go to the search box or type SAP. So you can connect that SAP also. But you need a username and password and you need a permission for this. Okay, this is one method. Second method, Home tab. Under Home tab, you can see there is a group called as Get Data. Third method, get data from other data source, Excel or other data source. This is the 3 methods available to, basic 3 methods. We have another 2 or 3 methods also, we'll see it in the later part. So basic 2 or 3 methods is go to file and get data, go to Home tab and get data, add the data to your report. Here also you can get the data. Out of this 3, my suggestion, my recommendation is the second one. I recommend this. Why I recommend this is temporary. Whatever we have seen, this one is temporary. After getting one table, this will go off. but this will be permanently available here. That's why I recommend this method. Okay, you can follow any method, that's your wish, but I follow the second method. And one more advantage in this method is you can see there is an option straight away, you can get it from Excel, and frequently used data sources are also available here. So that's another easiest method. Can I get other sources also? Yes, you can see there is an option of get data. Under the get data, you can see there is an option more, where we can see all the data sources are available here. Okay. Through this only we are going to get the data. So any one of the three methods, you follow any one of the three methods and select that Excel workbook. I'm selecting the Excel workbook because we are going to get the data from Microsoft Excel now. Excel workbook, and there is an option called as connect. So I hope everyone are following. If you have any challenges, stop me and ask me there itself. Whatever I am seeing on my screen, if you are not able to see it, stop me and ask me, because as I told, transforming, it's a process. If you are not able to do the first one, you cannot do the second one. All are interconnected. So let us go to the Excel workbook and I click on connect. And we select that file. So as I told, I have stored it in a folder called as Power BI exercise. And I select that file. 01 transaction data. That's my file name. Open. As usual, we are opening the file. Hope everyone has landed in the same screen. Yes. Now, on the bottommost, there are three options available on the bottom. Load, transform, cancel. Load and transform is graded out. It's deactivated. Why? Because we didn't select the table or sheet. But there are two options available. On the top, there is an option. This is your file name. This is your sheet name. On the bottom, it shows something like suggested table. So, which I can select? Can I select this or can I select this? I recommend not to select this. Even Power BI is suggesting this. I recommend. I am not suggesting this. What is the reason I am not suggesting it? It's the source data. Assume the source data, we have some 3,700 rows. Assume we have filtered a particular, we have filtered only 1,000 rows. We have some region, we have some cities. I have filtered a particular region. For some reason, I have filtered and I saved it and I closed it. Only the filtered data will be available here. If you filter the data. And I have 10 pages of data there. I took a printout of first 5 pages. So only that printed pages will be available here. Power BI will think you have took a printout. So you want only that printed page in your report. You have filtered some data. Only the filtered data you want it here on your Power BI. So only that filtered data will be available here. So, but I want the entire data set. I don't want the filtered data. I want the entire data set. Because tomorrow they may add some new data also. I want that new data also. So I recommend not to do this. I recommend to select this. But still it's not activated. The reason is we have to check this. Now tell me, we have 3 options. Load, transform and cancel. 99% whenever a menu like this open, we will never read it. We will straight away click on the first button and we'll close it. Correct. But here don't do it. So tell me which option we have to do here. Load, transform or cancel. Load will go to Power BI. Transform will go to Power. I told you this. We have an option in Power BI available. Straight away you can load it also. But my suggestion is always transform it and load it. So let us click on transform. Now it will land into Power Query. I hope everyone has landed into Power Query. Right? All are with this? So we have done the first process, first workflow. What is it? Get. Now we are in the second process. Out of the 5 processes, could you tell me where we are going to spend more time? Getting, transforming, loading, reporting, publishing. Out of the 5, where we are going to spend more time is? Transforming. Very good. So we are going to spend more. If you are transformed the data, creating report is very simple. I will tell you a tips to create report. That's very simple, very easy. So we will spend some time on this transformation of the data. Before the lunch break, at least we should have created some 2 or 3 reports. Okay. As of now, don't do anything here. Don't close it. Don't save it. Don't do anything here. If, you will ask whether it's a separate application. No, it's inbuilt with the Power BI. You can see Power BI. One window, one screen, 2 windows as open. One is Power BI, another one is Power Query. It's the same application. It will not open a new application. It's inbuilt with the Power BI. So don't do anything. So we have to explore this Power Query. We will see what are all the options, what are all the features available in Power BI. As of now, leave it. Don't do anything here. Don't save, don't load, don't do anything here. Keep it as it is. Let it be as it is. So we'll go for a break. So I am just stopping that, not stopping, I am just, yes. So we are in the process of transforming the data. So first we have seen the workflow is to get the data. We have already got the data here. Now we are in the process of transforming. You can ask me, what are we going to do? What is the key point in transforming? In transforming, basically, you have to check for 4 things. You have to check 4 things in transformation. While coming to Power Query, you have to check for 4 things. What are all the 4 things to be checked is? First is, you have to check for green. What is that green? I will explain what is the green. If not green, it's green is better. If sometimes green may not be green, at least not red. It should not be red. It should not be red. Even it's not green also no problem, but it should not be red. There is no red. If there is a red, then there is a bigger problem. I will explain what is this green, what is this red. I will explain that. First one is you have to check for the green. Second one you have to check is heading. Whether your table is having a proper heading. Third one you have to check is data type. Data type. These are all mandatory. These are all mandatory, you have to check. Fourth one, it's an optional. Fourth one is an optional. What is it is? Remove unwanted. As I told, it's an optional. Remove unwanted. Even you can have that also. Unwanted columns, you can have it. Unwanted rows, you can have it. But the problem is your data model will be, your size will be larger. When you load it, it will take more time to load. So remove unwanted. It can be rows, it can be columns, it can be table also. Sometimes unwanted table. We'll see where is that unwanted table. Even this unwanted can have a data also. Here unwanted can be empty. Unwanted can have a data also. For example, I have a customer database or employee database. In employee database, I have an email ID. Email ID is not required for my reporting. I have address of the employee, which is not required for my reporting. So that all the part we can remove it. So remove unwanted. But fourth one, remove unwanted, is an optional. First 3 is mandatory. You have to check whether it's a green, not red. Second one is a heading. Third one is a data type. This is the 4 things you have to check. So let us check it. First we will start with this green. So your data should be green. How do I know whether my data is green or not? As I told, there is an option available in Power Query. On the left hand side, of course, you know this is your table name or your sheet name. And this is same like ribbon, tabs and other things are similar. This will be table. As of now, we have only 1 sheet. In future, you may have 4 or 5 sheets also. Here, we don't call it as sheets or table. Here, we call it as a query. Here, we call it as a query. So here I can see that table name is displayed, invoice performance. All your column names are displayed. Below the column name, you can see a line is penetrating here. There is a small line penetrating. This is what I have indicated. This line should be 100% green. This line should be 100% green. But I can see there are some gray. You can see a small gray area is available. Actually, you will see 3 types of colors here. 3 colors. First one, green. You know, green means your data is perfectly correct. No issue in your data. Your data is 100% clear. But there is a gray. Gray means your data is, there is some problem in the data, but not a bigger problem. With a gray also, you can load it. With the gray also you can load it. But that problem can be solved here. That problem can be solved here. And there will be one more color, red. Bigger problem. You cannot load the data if there is a red. Red means you cannot load the data. Either you have to remove the data here or solve it in your original data. Your original data, there is a bigger problem. You have to either solve it in your original data or that data has to be removed here. Either remove it or solve it in the original. You cannot solve it here, red. When we will get a red, when you have something like REF, I think you would have seen it in Excel, REF, NA, and the div errors. Like that, when you got some errors, then there will be a red. So you have to either solve it in the original or remove it here. There is an option of removing the errors. So, yes. No. We change that, it will change here. It will not change. From original, Xerox can be changed. From the Xerox, original will not get changed. Same concept. Okay. Right. So three things we have to check: green, gray. So three colors: green, gray, red. Here I can see only two. I didn't see a red here because there is no red in my source data. Maybe in the future we'll see some reds. So green, gray, and red. So we have to convert this as a green, 100% green. Gray is sometimes okay. You can load it also. Better to make it as a green. That's why I told you green. If not green, at least not red. So we have to turn it into green. So we'll turn it into green. Before turning that into green, I want to know why there is a green, why there is a gray here. What is the reason for getting that gray? Of course, I can see it straight away here. There are some nulls. That's why it's gray. Since your data is gray on the top itself, sometimes there may be some problem in the bottom also. So I want to know why there is a green or a gray. When I place the cursor over exactly on this gray or a green line, you can see a small option is popping out here and it's showing three things here: valid, error, empty. Valid is green, error is red, empty is gray. So 977 data are valid, 0 error, 23 empty. But unfortunately, here, could you tell me 977 plus 23 put together? 1000. Do we have only 1000 rows in my source? I think we have more than 3700 rows. But here it is checking only with the 1000. How the Power Query will work is, even though your data set is too large, 10,000, million, billion, trillions of data, it will check the quality, column quality with only with the first 1000 rows. Only suppose you are manufacturing 10,000 product, but I want to check only with the first 1000 product. First 1000 is okay, all the 10,000 should be okay. That's the concept of Power Query by default. Default it will check only with the 1000 rows. But I need to check the entire data set. Because for the first time you are going to check the data and only one time you are going to check the data. Do you have to perform this whenever you load the data? Not at all. Only one time we are going to check the data. Next time no need. Just add the data and leave it. Power Query will take care of it. So better, my suggestion is better to check with the entire data set. Better, because I may get some problem in 10,000 rows. Maybe here I have 3,700. I may get a problem in 3,300 rows also. Anyway, it will check only with the 1000, but loading and transforming, everything will happen for the entire data set. For checking, for quality checking, it is checking only with the 1000. But I want to check with the entire data set. Out of 10,000, you are checking only 1000. So it will be very fast. You can check it. Out of 10,000, you are checking all the 10,000. Then it will be little bit slower. So your system may take some time. Here no problem. We have 3,700. But sometimes I have 30 million rows. Then it may take some time also. But my suggestion is, even it takes time, better to do it once in a lifetime we are doing it. So better to do it for the entire data set. That's my suggestion. It's your wish based on your data set. But my suggestion is to select the entire data set. How do we select the entire data set? Very simple. On the bottom, on the status bar, you can see it shows the message. Column proofing is based on 1000 rows. First 1000 rows. Column proofing is based on first 1000 rows. But I want to check it entire data set. So let me click here and go with the based on the entire data set. Whenever you find a message like this, there are 999 plus rows. That means more than 1000 rows. My recommendation is to go for this. If it is more than 999 rows. So I click here, column proofing based on entire data set. Yes. Now I place the cursor over this green. Here I can see 3701 rows are valid, 75 rows are empty. Now it is checking with the entire data set. Can I make this as default? No. By default, it will check only with 1000. Always it will check with 1000. To make your system work faster, it is checking with 1000. But if you want to check with the entire data set, you have to do. My suggestion is better to check with the entire data set. Because as I indicated, only one time we are going to do it for your life. For this data, better to check with the entire data set. Okay? Columns, it will check with the entire, where your data ends. 25 till Y. Future. This is only for the quality checking, error checking. Future, if you add the data, it will get updated automatically. Whereas just refresh, it will get updated. We will see that.
So, column size more than 999.
No, column can be only 16,384 columns maximum.
Irrespective of it will take all columns.
All the columns.
There is no mandate.
Columns. Only for the rows, it is check the column quality. Rows is your data. Column is your headings. Columns can be anything, any number of columns. Right. Now, I feel it's little bit tougher for me. Whenever I want to check the column, I want to know why there is a gray, why there is a green. I will go here and place the cursor and I check it here. I feel it's exactly I have to place the cursor on the green. I feel this is a little bit tougher. Can I have any other tools to check it? Every column I have to go here and check it. This column may be 75, but some other column that may be more also. For example, when I go to the payment mode, here there is more grays. You can see there are more gray available here on this payment mode column. So I cannot place the cursor everywhere here. So what I will do is go to the view tab. Go to the view tab. Under the view tab, when I go to the view tab, under the view tab, there is a checkbox called as column quality. Enable the checkbox called as column. Just to enable it, just to make a check mark on this, you can notice below every column, automatically it shows me whether how many percentage of your data is valid, how many errors and how many empties. So it's not required every time you have to place the cursor over that green or gray. You can see it straight away, but unfortunately, here I can see only in percentage format. If you want to see it in a number format, also no problem. Here not required to place the cursor exactly on a green or gray. You can place it anywhere here also. Anywhere below that box, that valid, empty, anywhere else here. Not required to place it exactly on the top here. So every time to check the column quality, no need to place the cursor over. Enable this option and this is default from now. After this, if I enabled once, it's enabled for all your data set. After this, when you download, when you are uploading the data, when you are getting the data from now, this column quality is automatically activated. From now it's activated. No need for activating after this. Next time I am going to get another data, this column quality is automatically activated. So only once for this system you have to activate it. Another thing I want to check, for an example, let us go to something like I will go to the column called as maybe the column where we have some number text. Don't go to the column where we have the numbers, go to the column where we have the text. Maybe I will go to the column called as state, or I will go to the column called as city, any column. Go to the column. I want to know more details about this column. I want to know more details. So go to the view tab again and select the column profile. So there is something called as column profile. Go to view tab and select the column profile. Enable that column profile. When I enable it, so below this you can see it shows your entire column profile here. What is that? How many count of rows are there? How many errors? How many empties? How many distinct? 47 distinct means we have 47 cities available. One unique, that's your column heading. Minimum is Ahmedabad, maximum is Varanasi. What is that minimum maximum? Minimum maximum is based on your data? No. Actually, the maximum data is available in Bangalore. Bangalore has more number of data. 101 data are available, 101 rows are available in Bangalore. Whereas Gwalior we have 1000. But here, it says here, this is only based on your alphabetical order. Alphabetically, Ahmedabad comes first. Alphabetically, Varanasi comes last. Alphabet, it's based on the alphabetically which is minimum, alphabetically which is maximum. It's not based on your data set. Based on the data set is here. Bangalore has more and which is lesser. Kolkata is having very lesser. Unique is your heading. This heading is not repeated multiple times. This heading is available only once. Whereas the Gwalior is repeated multiple times, Bangalore is repeated multiple times. Heading is only one time repeated. Unique. Okay. But I recommend whenever require, enable the column profile. Don't have the column profile enabled always. Don't have it enabled always. The reason is it may slow down your system process. Because whenever I select something, it will do some calculation. It is creating some chart. Here my data is only 3700. Suppose I have 3 million rows. Then it may take some time to calculate this. So it may slow down your process. If it is required, you want to know it, then enable it. Otherwise, uncheck it. But this always can be checked, column quality, because every time I have to check the column quality. So better to enable this and better not to enable this column profile. Whenever required, enable the column profile. Minimum is alphabetically which is lowest, alphabetically which is highest. Alphabetically A comes first, Ahmedabad. Alphabetically Varanasi comes last, V. Alphabetical order. Alphabetically which is lowest, alphabetically which is highest. Not based on the data set. Okay. Now the most important thing is this one. Query settings is the very, very, very important concept. 99.9% this query setting should be activated. If knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed it, whenever a menu is opening, our first activity is to close it. Whenever a menu is opening, our first thing is to close it. We will immediately close it. Our hands goes to escape and we will close any menus. From today, don't do it. If you have closed it also, no problem. We can get it back. Assume that I have closed it. How can I get it back? Go to the View tab again and go to the Query settings again. Go to View tab and enable that Query settings. Yes. Now, View. Query settings. If you have closed it. What is this query settings? Of course, the query settings, the name of this is your sheet name and applied steps. Some step has been automatically applied by Power Query. Don't worry about it. This is automatically applied by Power Query. Sometimes you may have 4 steps. Sometimes you may have 1 step, 2 step. Based on your data set, the steps may increase or decrease. So don't worry about it. After this, the 4 steps are there. After this, whatever you are going to do, Power Query will note it here. Power Query will take a note, whatever you are doing it now. For example, I am going to remove all the empties. I am going to change my column headings. Like this, whatever the steps you are doing it here, Power Query will note it here. All the steps will be noted by Power Query here. You tell me what is the advantage or what is the purpose, why Power Query is taking note of everything? We can undo it or we can redo the steps. Very good, superb. So whenever you want to do something, suppose I made a mistake, I want to undo it, so you can do it here. This is not only in Power Query. This is available in Word, Excel and PowerPoint also, correct? Suppose I open an Excel file and I am doing some activity. Whatever I am doing it now, I typed something, I inserted something, I do something here. Whatever I am doing now, Excel is noting it down here. Where it is noted? When you go to the save, on the top quad save, next to the save, there is an option called as undo. When I click on the arrow mark of the undo, you can see whatever the steps I did, it's noting it down here. On the cell number M20, I have typed something. On cell number H8, I have typed something. So all the points, whatever you're doing it in Excel, it will take a note. Excel is also noting, PowerPoint is also noting, Word is also noting. All the software is taking a notes so that you can undo the steps. You can go here and you can undo it. But could you tell me how long we can use this undo in Excel, Word and PowerPoint? After saving. After saving, you cannot undo it. After saving, you cannot undo it. For example, I'll open a file. I'll do some activity here. For example, I'm doing some activity, I'm typing something and I'm doing some activity. And I save this. You're saying you cannot undo it now? We can. Control Z, Control Z. Until you, superb, until you close the file. If I close the file, then I cannot come back, I cannot undo or redo activity. But Power Query, whatever the activity you are doing it here, lifelong it's permanently saved. Lifelong it's available, lifelong. After 10 years also you can come and you can check your steps. So even you can check you can have the history of whatever you have did. That's an extra advantage. And you can undo and you can redo and you can edit your steps lifelong. Lifelong it's available. Not like Excel. When I save it and close it, it will go off. Tomorrow you cannot open and you can undo or redo the steps, unfortunately. But in Power Query, we have all it lifetime it's available. That's an extra advantage. What is the other advantage? One is, you said right, we can undo, redo the steps. Second one, I told you now, lifelong it's available. And third one is, you can check your history, what are all the steps you did, you can check the history. Any other advantages? Why it is noting down the steps? Another advantage of noting down all your steps for lifelong. Another main advantage is, whatever the steps you are doing it, even I would have used that word, you are going to check the quality or you are going to do the transformation only once in your lifetime for this data, only once. What it means is, if I am going to add a new data in the later part, assume that I am opening the same data here. So I am going to open a new data, I am going to load a new data here. I think it's available till 30 March. Now I am going to this April, May and I am going to add the data. April, May also can have the same problem. Empty rows, empty columns, empty cells. So whatever the steps you did it here, it's automatically updated to your new data also. So no need for redoing it every time. Do it only once in your lifetime. So then Power Query takes care of it. So that's the next advantage of applied steps. We have further more advantages. We'll see the other advantages in the later part. Okay. Right. So let us transform it now. Now I am going to transform the data. First step what I want to do is clear the empty rows and empty columns. We are going to clear all the empty rows and empty columns. Now first let us start with this empty rows. When I place the cursor over, it is giving some problem. Will it give a solution for it? Yes, of course, it will give a solution. You can see on the bottom, not a solution, suggestion. It will give you some suggestion. When I place the cursor, you can see it's giving a suggestion. Remove empty. That means you can remove the empty rows. The empty rows can be removed here. You can remove the empty rows. I'm not okay with the suggestion. Will Power Query give some other suggestion? Yes, it may give you some other suggestion by clicking on the 3 dot. 3 dot. So when I go to the 3 dot, furthermore other suggestion also available here. I cannot say always it may give you the right suggestion. Sometimes it may give you the wrong suggestion also. So you can go here and if you want, if you are okay with the suggestion, remove empty, keep errors, keep duplicates, keep remove empty, remove error, replace error. There are various options available. You can use it. But I don't suggest this. I am not suggesting it. I want to remove this empty rows. So my recommendation, my suggestion is Home tab. Go to Home tab. Under Home tab, there is an option available. remove rows. To home tab, under home tab, when I go to the home tab, below the home tab, go to the remove rows. Under remove rows, there is an option called as remove blank rows. Could you tell me why I recommend this? There we can see remove blank, but here remove blank rows.
This is because some, like if that payment credit card like that,
Hmm.
some will be
Some cells are empty rows. So this will remove if the entire row is empty, but that one remove blank. Even a cell is empty also it will remove that, which is not right. Because as he has told, the payment mode I have some empty cells. That row cannot be deleted. The payment mode is empty, maybe various reason. I didn't receive the payment. I would have received the payment some other mode. They didn't enter it. So their data should not be deleted. Data should be there. But here, remove blanks. All the empty rows has to be deleted. This is correct. So let us do this. Go to home tab. Let us go to remove blank rows. Not blank, blank rows. If the entire row is blank, remove it. So let us go to remove blank rows. Yes. All the blank rows was deleted. Now you can see there are more greens. Almost all the data is turned into more greens here. And you would have noticed one more thing has happened here. What is another thing has happened here? On the applied steps, one step has been activated here. There is one step, remove blank rows. And a small warning here, or small, not a warning, maybe a small information. Whenever you are doing some activity, I recommend to do the activity after the last step. So what we did is, knowingly, unknowingly, we placed the cursor here and did it. That's correct. But don't place the cursor somewhere else in the middle and do it, because it is hierarchy based. After the source navigation promoter rating, change type. So if you are doing some steps here, your other steps may get collapsed. Anyway, don't worry, Power Query will throw an error. You are inserting a step in between, it may collapse your data. Do you want to do it? If you say okay, then it will get collapsed. So please be careful. Whenever you are doing some steps, I recommend always do it after the last step. After the last step. Okay. So it has removed the empty rows. Perfect. But I don't want the step. Unknowingly, I did the step. Can I revert it back? Yes. Like Control Z in Excel, Word and PowerPoint. Unfortunately, here you cannot use the shortcut key. Control Z may not work here. But there is a into mark available here, which will undo your last step. So last step, I don't want the last step. I can undo the last step. One more advantage in Power Query is before undoing a last step. Assume I did it and I'm sending the file to someone else, my colleague, my peer, someone else. They don't know what we did it or why we did it, or I did it early 6 months before. Now I forgot it, what I did. So I want to check what will happen if I undo this. How was my data before this step? How will be my data after this? So this is the next advantage of Power Query. I will check how was my data before this. So go before the step and make a click. Yes. My data looks like this. Before removing the empty rows, my data looks like this. I can see there is some gray. It's not correct. So after doing the steps, now it has turned into green. So this is one more advantage in Power Query. Before the step, how was my data? After the step, how was my data? These are all the things which we cannot do it in normal Excel. Undo means undo, that's all. You cannot check how will be after undoing, how will be after, before undoing. That part cannot be done in Excel or any tools. Power Query, you can do it. One more advantage is, I know this, I understood. Removed blank rows means it has removed the blank rows. Here we can understand. But when you are writing today or tomorrow, we are going to see how to write some formulas equivalent to lookup. Without writing lookup, we are going to write some formulas function. So sometimes I don't know what I did here. So I can give some meaningful name for the steps. Steps, I can give some meaningful. This I can understand. But in the future, sometimes I may not understand what I did it here. I can give some name. For example, I want to give some meaningful name. Right click on it, rename. So what I did here is I have deleted all the empty rows. For my understanding, I am giving some meaningful name. This is another advantage of the applied steps. Okay. Now, the first thing as I checked is green. There is more gray. But the gray is, as I told, gray may not be a very big problem. We can solve it also. But the important thing is, the second thing which you have to check is heading. Tell me whether my heading is right here. My heading is correct? No, which has to be the heading? Actually, the heading of this column is invoice number. This should be the heading of the column. And invoice date should be the heading of the column. Region name should be the heading of the column. So heading is not right. So this heading has to be promoted. So to promote the heading, we have two methods. You can follow any one of the method as per your wish. The first method, method number 1. Go to the left-hand side corner of this table, left-hand side corner of the sheet or table. Click here. There is an option available. Use first row as a header. So click on the arrow here and go to use first row as a header. Method 1. Method 2. Home tab. On the home tab, use first row. I said method 2, not step 2. That means don't do both. Either do this or do this. Don't do both. If you do both, what will happen is this will be promoted as a heading. Next time, this will be promoted as a heading. So 2 times it will get promoted. So please be careful. Do it only once. Don't do both. Any one of this. Either go to home, use first row as the header, or arrow mark, use first row as the header.
Maybe undo
You can undo it. If you are aware, you can undo it. If you unknowingly loaded it, then you did some other steps, means you cannot come back. If you undo all the steps, you will get. Better not to do. But blank columns was not there. There is a easy method to remove the column. Next we'll see that. Now, actually, 2 things would have happened here. I don't know whether you noticed. 2 things would have a drastic change. 2 major changes happened here. Let me check that. I didn't do it. Let me do that. Click on the. I always prefer to go with the menus. You can use anything. My preference is I will go with the menus here. The tabs and ribbons. So I click on use first row as the header. Yes. Now my heading has been promoted. But 2 things has happened here on the right hand side. 2 things has happened. One is promoted header. Second one is changed type. Could you tell me what is the 2 things has happened here? 2 major change. One is promoted the heading. That we know. Even I did it. I wantedly promoted the heading. We have promoted the heading. That's correct. But one more step has been added. That changed type. Could you tell me what has changed here? A major change has happened here. You have to tell me what is the major change has happened. Even you can check, go before earlier step and check what has happened. After the step, what has happened. Tell me what has happened here. Very big change has happened here. Very good. Superb. Data type. This is the power of using the Power Query. As she has told rightly, the data type has been converted properly here. You can see before this changed type step, how was my data? Invoice number is ABC123. Mixture of alphabets and numbers. Invoice date also ABC123. It's not correct data type. When I come here, now you can see invoice number, there is 123. That means it has scanned through your entire document. It can be millions of rows, columns. It has scanned through the entire column and it has checked this column is having a number. So it has automatically converted the data type into a number. It should be a number. Then only you can find the sum, average and count. And invoice date, you can see there is a calendar image. You should have a calendar image. Then only you can create yearly, monthly, quarterly reports. So region should be ABC. Yes, it's ABC. So here, that's the power of this Power Query. Automatically, it has converted your data type. So this will happen 90%. Power Query will convert your data type properly. 90% it will convert, 90%. What is that other 10%? Sometimes, if Power Query is not able to recognize, sometimes Power Query is not able to convert it, no problem. We'll give one more chance to Power Query. Now it has converted. Let me check whether it is converted properly. Invoice number, no other go yet. You have to check it because we are checking it only once in your lifetime. Better to check it. Invoice number, correct. Invoice date, region, city, customer type, division. Everything is perfect. Vendor type. Amount is in number. Material cost is also a number. Discount is a number. Total cost, net profit, everything is number. Perfect. There are some empty columns, 20, 21. We'll handle that empty columns in another few minutes. All are correct. If you are somewhere else, if you are getting something like 1.2 means there will be some decimals. Fortunately, we don't have decimals here. All are perfect here. All the data type is perfect, but sometimes, very rarely, Power Query is not able to convert it. Sometimes. We'll see. Today or tomorrow, we will check that there will be one problem where sometimes Power Query will not convert your data type. So what we can do is, one is half. We can give second chance to Power Query. Go to transform. Give the second chance to Power Query. Transform. Detect data type. Now you detect it because early you have not detected, you have not changed the data type properly. Now you detect it. But I think it's not required here. It's automatically detected. We will see this in our next session. Next session we'll see that. So detect data type. Second method. Give a second chance to Power Query to detect it. Still Power Query is not able to detect your data type properly. Still Power Query is not able to detect it. Now we will step in. Third one, we will step in now. Assume that still Power Query is not able to detect it. No problem. So come to this 1, 2, 3 or ABC. Click here and convert it to your own data type. Number, text, date or whatever. Yes.
We are trying for a detect data type. So it's not make any changes.
Any change because it's already detected correctly.
That's why that log has still not.
Correct. Because there is no changes happen. If there is a change happen, it will apply a step. No changes has happened, no steps there. We'll explore that in our next session. There will be some problem without detecting data type. We will detect it. Both the three methods we'll try. One method is already done. Second and third method we'll try in the next data set.
So one more though. Actually, in workshops and all, different branches will be there. Invoice number. So if you start with branches, they have their own running serial number.
No, how will be the serial number? Is it a mixture of numbers or mixture of text?
Text and numbers.
It will consider as ABC. Are you going to do any calculation based on that? Some average based on the bill number?
This is only for reference.
Then it can be text.
But for branches, no, you take this branch, how much amount of
Amount is different. Amount should be number. Here we have amount, that is a number. Here also you can see amount is available, that should be number. But this invoice number can be a text also. We can count how many invoice for this bench. That can be done. Even though it is a text. Sir, sorry.
While we are promoting the headers,
Ah.
by mistake I have done it twice.
Remove one step.
No, that is fine. But when I do it for the second time, that's the customer type, city, state is merged with the data set or it's removed from the complete data set.
No, you are doing it second time. This will become the header.
Yeah,
Gwalior will become the header. Madhya Pradesh will become the header. If you remove this, it will come as it is.
no, that is fine. But what will happen to the header, actual header? That will be merged with the data type or?
It will be removed from your data set. It will go out of your data set itself. Like we had some other heading earlier. Some data set that was removed from your data set. That will not be a part of it. It will be removed. So after, I think it is in the 10th, from the 11th column, 11th row, it will take it as your data. That will go off your data set. It will not be on the bottom, it will go off.
And
So-
the second doubt is what happens if the date format is in YY,
So-
YYMR?
That's This is data type, not the format. Format can be anything. DD, MM, YY, YY, DD, MM, any format. I don't know whether you know it. It's a valid question. I don't know whether you know it. Every date has some numbers.
No, not with the hyphens. Like
Hyphen, slash, whatever it is.
there are certain types where the date comes to be 20260401. No hyphen or slash or not.
We can convert. If it is here, if the power query has automatically converted, no issues. If not converted, we will convert it. We'll check that in our upcoming session. But no worries. YY, DD, MM, MM, DD, YY, hyphen, slash, dot, no worries. It will take it as a proper data. Because as I indicated, every date will have some number, right? The 26, even this can be 26. The number for this is 46,132. This is a number for today's date. Even this can be in any format. Even this can be in this format also. Number of this is always 46,132. So that never minds. DD, MM, YY, MM, DD, YY. You can have a slash in between. You can have a hyphen in between. That never minds. It will take that number as a value. 46,132. So every date has a number. So based on the number it will work. So no worries about it. It can be in any format. That's why I use the word called data type, not the format. Format can be anything. Okay. Sir. You cannot format it here. Formatting can be done only in Excel or Power BI. Here only type. Whether it's a date or a number or a text. As I told DD, MM, YY, MM, DD, YY, you can do it only in Excel. Sorry, Power BI. There we can change the format. Here this will work as per, this format is as per your system format. That's all. This format is as per the system format. That's it. If you want to change it to MMDD YY, we will change it in Power BI, not in query. No. If you are clicking this, only for the selected column. If you want to select it for the entire data set, select the entire data set and then go for it. As of now, it will work only with the selected column. Tell me, can I load this data? Is it clear? Or still any problem here, or I can load the data now? Unwanted? Columns are there. Very good. So there are some unwanted columns. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There are some unwanted columns. So I want to remove these unwanted columns. What is the best? There are several methods. The best method to remove the unwanted. So here we don't have an option called as remove the empty columns. There is no option called as remove empty. Empty rows, yes, there is an option. Empty columns, we have to remove it manually. So two methods to do this. Method number one is you can make a right click on the particular column and you can say remove. That's one method. Or you can go to the home tab and there is an option called as remove. There is an option called as remove columns. Remove column, remove other columns. But I don't recommend this. I don't recommend this. Why I'm not recommending? I'm going to recommend some other option. Not this option. Don't remove the columns. Instead of removing the columns, it's better to choose the columns. Choose the columns. What is that choose columns? Let me go to home tab. There is an option available called as choose column. Go to home tab, go to choose column. So let me click on the choose. Straight away you can click on the choose column or go to the arrow mark. Under arrow mark there is a choose column. Both are same. Both are same. So either straight away click on choose column or go to the arrow mark and choose column also. Both are same. So choose column. Here select whatever the columns you want. Uncheck the columns which you don't want. All the columns which you want to be checked. It has to be checked. Whichever the columns you don't want, uncheck it. For example, I don't want the column number 20. I don't want the column number 21. I don't want column 22, 23, 24, 25. These are all the columns which I don't want. I am unchecking the column. But knowingly, unknowingly, due to some other reason, unknowingly, I have removed this net profit also. Assume that I have removed the net profit. After coming into the steps only, now I recognize that unfortunately I have removed that column called as net profit. Now I want it back. Could you tell me how can I get back the column again? This step. But all the column will come back. but I want only that net profit. That's the reason I asked you to use the choose column. You can see when I used the choose column, two things has happened here. One is, of course, this we know. This is for undoing the step. And another option is available. Remove other column. There is a gear symbol. Gear symbol. Settings. There is a symbol called as settings. So this into is for undoing the step. This setting is for editing your steps. That's the power of using this Power Query. Whenever you see that gear symbol, you can edit your steps. So let me go here. Now, unfold that net profit. Now I want it back. You can get it back. Select it and say OK. That will come back. So anytime, suppose I want some column to be removed now. For example, I don't want the column called as discount. So go here and remove the column called as discount. So no need for adding further steps and steps. You can modify your steps also. That's the advantage of this choose column. If I used to remove column, I had to undo the column and you had to come back again. Instead of choose column, we have the two steps here, two options. One is for undoing, another one is for editing. Okay?
Column number 25, there is a valid 1%.
Some empty. You would have typed some cells in Excel. You would have typed like this, space. Space also will be treated as a text. Sometimes there may be some space, extra space. Okay. Can I load it? Yes. Payment mode, there is some challenge. What is the challenge? Instead of searching the column, he has said that there is a problem in payment mode. So I have to search for the column. Where is the payment? Here I have 20 columns, okay, I can find it. Suppose I have 100 columns. I cannot search where is that payment mode column. So what do we do? Go to Home tab, choose column, go to column. Instead of searching and going to the column, go to column. Which column I want to go? Payment mode. PAY. That column is available. Select it and say OK. So it goes to the column called as payment mode. Instead of searching, here OK, 20 columns you can search it. Suppose you have 200 columns. Which column I want to go? I know the column name, but I don't know where is the column. Instead of searching it, you can use the choose column, go to column. You can select it from here or you can type it from here also. Both are same. So as I indicated, there is some gray here. You can see there are some gray. This gray has to be removed. Wherever there is a null, assume that I didn't receive this payment. This payment I have not yet received the payment. So I want to make this as null. This payment is still pending. So payment we have not received or we didn't receive, or we received the payment through some other mode, cash mode or something like that. Maybe I will put it as cash. So this payment I received as a cash. So I want to put something like a cash here. So I want to make it as cash. So what I will do, very simple, right click on that particular column. Right click on the particular column and go to the option called as replace value. Right click, go to replace value or go to Home tab. Under Home tab, replace values. So right click, replace value, Home tab, replace value. Whichever is easier. I always go with the ribbons and tabs. You can use anything. Home tab, replace value, right click, replace value. Let us click on replace value and it's case sensitive. It is case sensitive. You know what is case sensitive? Capital letter and small letters. So let me put it here. Wherever it's null, all are small. So you have to type null here. Small letters, don't put it in capitals. Null is small letters and what it has to be replaced? Maybe it has to be replaced with something like cash. Or anything pending, or I think cash payments are not. Maybe I'll put it as cash. So, but unfortunately or fortunately, I didn't give my spelling or I didn't type it fully here. Wherever null, I want to replace it with cash, and I said OK. So wherever null, it has replaced with cash here, but I missed typed it. I didn't type it properly here. I have not given my spelling here. I want to modify it. Could you tell me how can I modify it? Replace value, you can see the gear symbol. Super. So please do remember this today and tomorrow. You are going to help me here. Whenever you see the gear symbol, click here and edit your last step. Okay. Yes. It has turned into cash. Okay. Done. Clear. Any questions? Any queries? So after this, we are not going to come back to Power Query today. Tomorrow, actually, we are going to see. Maybe if time permits, today evening. Maybe I think time will not permit us. Maybe tomorrow morning only we are going to go with the Power Query. After this, we are not going to learn any new things after this Power Query today. So any other questions, doubts, queries before loading this data to BI? I think we are in the second process. Second process is also done. Get is done. Transforming is done. Then we are going to load it now. We are going to load this to Power BI. Before loading, can I come back to Power Query at any time? Yes, you can come back to Power Query at any time. No problem. But as I told, after this, we are not going to learn any new features. So I'm waiting for your confirmation. Any doubts, question here? Can I load it?
Will this replacement will be applicable for all the columns?
Select all the column and do it. But we will not do the same cache for all the columns, which is not right.
For the null.
If all the column we are going to replace with the same value, do it. Select the column and do it. Maybe numbers we'll do that sometimes. Wherever there is a null, we can replace it with 0 for all the columns. So in that case, you can do it. Okay? Yes? Hmm. It will be there. No, that data will be automatic. We have removed column which is having 23, 24, 25. We are adding 26th row, it will be available at the last. 26th row will come at the last. If you don't want, you have to once again go back and choose and you can remove the columns, or you want the column, you can have it also. It will add the column. We'll add it and check. We'll add the row, we'll add the column and check it.
You have to add it, get that original
Source.
report, you have to add that column. So it will reflect automatically.
Correct. Add the column or rows. We'll add it and check.
Because for sales and service, daily they will be getting that data daily.
We can add the data and get refreshed here. We'll see that. Okay.
And if any new file I have added apart from this,
New file.
new file, new data,
At the last. So we have 3777.
not in this sheet.
Hmm.
Let it be this sheet. If I take any other, I need to do all these things again for query, or it will take around.
You have to do it again. That data is totally different. Will the column be similar?
Steps are
That's what I'm asking. Will the column be similar or the columns will be totally different? Then you have to do it again. That's a different data set. That's a different option. You have to do it again. How can the same steps for all the data source? Every data source will have different steps. There you will not find any empties. Suppose there is no empty columns. We have only 10 columns there. Means you have to do it again. One data set you have to do it only once. Other data set another time. Okay.
The columns are very less, only 20 columns are there. So we can able to check the quality. The columns are around 100 to 100, it's not maybe.
So you have to check it. Anyway, I already returned it to Microsoft to do some option here. There is some gray columns in at column number 26 or 30th column. There is some problem, some pop-up or some identification like this. When you go to view and when I make a click, it should give some reply that there is in 30th column there is some problem. I have indicated to them. They have given a reply. They are working on it. We'll see when it will come. I don't know. Maybe in the next version or anything. As of now, you have to check manually. No other.
Is it required to save it?
Of course, of course. If you save the Power BI file, this will get saved automatically. No need to save this separately and Power BI separately. If we save the Power BI file, this will get saved automatically. We'll save that after this. Okay. Excel, it came from Excel. Not tomorrow. Because I will explain all the Power Query option, what are all the features available, and I will explain it in Excel. We have 2-day training on Excel for this. But no worries, I will explain tomorrow. Just remind me tomorrow, I will explain that. Because still more we have to learn further more, then I will explain.
So
Yes.
this is the master data. I started to work. So again, like,
New data.
like it is the same data. It is the same data. The columns are remain same only. But some like capture data, Mr. Null solver. Again, I need to go to the.
It will be done automatically.
So if the columns are remain same, then it will be a master.
Correct. Just add the data and refresh it. Or we have an option called a schedule refresh also. Every 1 hour you can refresh it. Or through Power, there is a tool called as Power Automate, where we can do some automation. Every day morning 9 o'clock it has to get refreshed. And refresh and send a report automatically. There is a tool called as Power Automate, which is a part of your 365, Power Automate and Power App. Don't ask me to explain it. Come next month.
But it will be from, we are downloading the data from SAP. Like we have to link in also. Again, we need to, again,
Which one?
we'll be downloading the data.
That downloading you have to do it manually, sir. That Power Query will not do it. Downloading, of course, you have to do it.
Power Automate will.
Power Automate will do that, but once again, security is a question mark. Your team will not. I am not saying your team. Most of the corporates, they will not allow you to get the data straight. Some external source to access your data, they will not allow. 99.99%. Correct. For that only I told you, Power BI, Microsoft has created one lake. So the replica of your original, whatever the thing added, it will be having a replica. Maybe your company has to go for it. They have to buy that one lake. As of now, you have to download. Okay. So I'm going to load this data to BI. Home tab. Go to Home tab. If you are 100% sure you did all the transformation, my transformation is over. Now I am going to load this data. Straight away you can click on this close and apply. But still, I have to do some, still my transformation is not over. I have to do some activity. Still I have another 1 hour of activity to be done, means then you can click on the arrow mark. Just apply it. Don't close it. Don't close and apply. Just apply. Whatever the changes you did, that will be applied. Not loaded to BI. It will not be loaded to BI. Close means whatever the steps you have applied, it will not be saved here. Just to close it without saving. Like closing your Excel file without saving. So I don't recommend this. So either apply it, later load it, or now if you did everything, load it and close and apply it now itself. So let us do that, because I did all the transformation. So straight away you can click on close and apply, or click on the arrow mark and close and apply. Both are same. So let me click on close and apply now. If I click on close and apply, it will load to Power BI and it will get a message, apply and discard changes. Don't do anything. Please wait. Please wait for a few seconds. It will get loaded. So let me close and apply. Yes, you will get a message, apply changes and discard. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Please wait for a few more seconds. It will get updated. Now it's loaded to BI. So we have done the third process also. Third workflow is done. It is loaded to BI. How do I know it's loaded to BIS? On the right hand side, there is a data. Below the data, your table name is displayed. Expand the table name here. There is an arrow mark. Expand it and check. Fortunately or unfortunately, all your column will be in a alphabetical order. It can be in any order in your source. Source, I have seen the invoice number is my first column, invoice date is the second column. But here it's in an alphabetical order. You can see amount comes first because alphabetically A is first. Vendor type comes last because vendor V is the last. So it will be in a alphabetical order here. Will it make any difference on the reporting? Not at all. So just for our convenience, it's putting in alphabetical order here. That's all. You cannot change this. You cannot change this. It will be in alphabetical order. And then you can see on the left hand side of a column, if you are able to see a sigma, that means this column is in a number data type. You can do the summation here. If you see a calendar image here, that means this column is a date. If I see some empty, if I see some empty in this column, that means it's a text. Nothing means that is a text. But sometimes this amount is not in a sigma format. This total cost is not in a sigma. If this invoice date is not in a calendar format, then no other go. You have to go back to Power Query and clean it up and transform it, detect the data type properly. How can I go back to Power Query now? Two methods to go back to Power Query. One is Home tab. Under Home tab, Transform Data. Go to Home tab, Transform Data. Method 1. Or click on Transform Data, or straight away click on Transform Data. Both are same. So either you can click on the Transform Data. Under Transform Data, there is Transform Data. Or straight away you can click on the Transform Data also. Or else, right click on the table or file or sheet which we have imported. Right click on it. There is an option called as Edit Query. Out of this, I recommend this. Why I recommend this is, here fortunately we have only one table. As of now, both will work as a similar way. But suppose here, assume I have one table here, another table here, another table here. I don't want to transform all the three tables. I want to transform only the second table. So right click and go to Edit Query. It will go to the Edit Query of the second table straight away. So I recommend that method when you have many tables. One table, okay, you can go for Transform Data or you can go for right click, Edit Query. Both are same. Both are same. As of now, both are same. When you are using 2 or 3 tables, then I recommend right click. I recommend right click if you have 2 or 3 tables. Now it lands to Power Query. All the steps. Right click on that table name. Right click on the table name here. There is an option called as Edit Query. Or first one is Home tab, Transform Data. Both are same.
But if you do edit query, it is opening separately.
Now, if you have 3 tables, I want to edit the second table, this is the best method. But this will go to transform. Suppose I have 3 tables, means you have to select the table. Second table, third table, manually you have to select it. Now, as of now, we have only one table, we will not see a difference. Maybe tomorrow we will see 3 or 4 tables, then we will use that. As of now, both are same. When you use multiple tables, then we will find a difference. Is it required? Every time I have to go back to my Power Query and check the data. Can I check the data inside the BI itself? Yes, of course you can check your data in BI. Morning in the introduction, we have explored this. The second button on the left hand side. Table view. Just click on the table view here. Yes, now you can check your column names. What are all the columns? What are all the data available here? It's not required every time you have to go to Power Query and check it. Here the data is too small, so it will be faster. Suppose your data is having many millions and trillions of rows and columns, it may slow down your process. So if you want to check your data, don't go to Power Query every time. If you want to do some other transformation, some activity has to be done, then go for Power Query. Otherwise, you can check your data here itself. Table view, the second view. You can? No. Just for viewing. Viewing, sorting, filtering, that part can be done. Transformation, you cannot do it here. No. Source. Your original Excel source, we can change it. Straight away close. Even you can close that button, right click, right? This close button also can be done. Because already we loaded it. So come back to the report view again. Unfortunately, I am working on this file for more than 2.5, 3 hours. We didn't save this file. So better to save it file. Like a Excel, this is also a file. Like Excel will be saved as XLSX. This will be saved as PBIX. That's all. That's the only difference. So let me go to file. And very first time we are going to save it. So let us go for save as. Since save will not work for the first time, we have to go for save as. So file, save as, browse. Wherever you want, you can put it in OneDrive, you can put it in SharePoint, you can put it in a particular folder. So let me put it in the same folder where I have already loaded that exercise file. To have a continuity, I am going to give it as the same name itself for my understanding. 01. I think the Excel file is named as 01 transaction data. I am giving the same name for my understanding. You can give your own name. That's your wish. So I have given this name, transaction 01 transaction data for my understanding, and I save this. So it will be saved as the 01 transaction data PBIX. So if I go to that folder, Power BI exercise, there is a PBIX file. Microsoft Power BI file. It's a separate file. Okay. Of course, I believe you know this. Even though if you are not saving or saving, your file will get saved every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, your file will get saved. You can see here, last saved is at 11:44. This is what we have saved it. Don't worry, even if you are, next time when you save it, it will show you that time. But on the background, Power Query will save the file every 10 minutes. Can I increase the 10 minutes, decrease the frequency or increase the frequency? Yes, of course. File, go to file, this file, office button, file, under file, options and settings. Click on the file, options and options and settings, options. Click on file, options and settings, options. Options, where I can see save and recovery. It will open a window where I can see save and recovery. There is an option called as save and recovery. In save and recovery, you can see there is an option available. How long you want to save this file? Every 10 minutes. You can increase or decrease your frequency of saving also. 1 hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Don't give 1 minute. It will happen. Only the file will get saved. You can just watch the system. That's all. Don't give at least 5-10 minutes. Next, let us see about do's and don'ts of your source data. Okay. Done. Clear. So let us explore the do's and don'ts. Maybe don'ts and do's. First don'ts, then we'll see do's. What are all the don'ts and do's on your source? Let me open that source file in Excel file. Let me open that. Now you can open it because the transformation process is over. Now you can open it. But when you are adding something, when you are doing some reports, better to close that file. So now for a change, I am going to open that file, the 01 trans data. What are all the do's? First don'ts. What are all the don'ts? Please don't change your column names. Don't change your column names. Instead of invoice number, don't rename it as invoice, bill number, bill date or something. Don't change your column names. Don't delete your columns. Don't delete your columns. Column should not be deleted. Insert a column. Half yes, half no. You can insert a column, but where we can insert it? Very good. End of your table. Don't insert it in between. Where we can insert it? Where is your table ending? Is my table ending at T? Is my data ending at T? Can I insert a column here? No. As per your source data, your table is not ending here. Your table is ending at Y. You can add only the column after Z. Because as per your source data, as per the data seen, it's your Y is ending. But either if you before importing, you should have deleted T to Y and then export it, no problem. But I didn't delete it. So if you want to insert a column, you have to insert it only at the last. So don't change your column names. Don't delete the column. Insert the column at the last. Don't change your sheet names. Don't change your sheet names. The sheet name is invoice performance. It should be invoice performance. Don't change your sheet names. Can I change the file name? Surprisingly, you can change your file name. Your file name is not at all reflected here. You can see your sheet name is available. Your column names are available. We are not able to see the file name anywhere else here. We can change the file name, but the problem is next time when you add the data, it will not get updated. The link will be removed. But I want the link to be established. We'll see how to establish the link. We can change the table name. Sorry, not the table. We can change the file name. Can change the file name. Can I change the folder path? Now assume this file is available in a folder called as Power BI exercise. Next time I am going to change, I am going to cut this file and I am going to put it in my OneDrive, in my some other drive online, or I want to put it in some other folder. Can I do that? Yes, you can do that. But once again, your link will be removed. We will re-establish the link. That part we will see it. So these are all do's. We can change the folder path. We can change the file name. We'll see what will happen if I change the file name. Into the link will be removed, but we'll establish the link again. We'll see that. Can I add the data here? Yes, of course we can add the data. Where can I add the data? Suppose I have the data till 30th March. Now I want to add the April and May month also. Sorry, April month. We are in the April month. We want to add only the April month data here. Where can I add the data? Anywhere after your title. Anywhere after the title. But Azi, what you said is correct. It's better to add it at the last. That's the best practice. Best practice is add it at the last. But you can add it anywhere after the title. After the title, you can add anywhere. But best practice is add it at the last. That's a better way. Okay. Now, if you have changed that folder, assume that this folder path, now this file is residing in a folder called as, I have a folder called as corporate training. I have this 20 Daimler Power BI. Under this, there is a Power BI exercise. Below this, the file is residing here. Now, tomorrow or later, I am going to cut this file and I am going to move it and I am going to put it in some other folder. Your link will get removed. I want to re-establish the link again. So what I can do is simple. Go to Home tab. Transform data. Go to Home tab. Go to Transform data. If you have changed the file path, if you have changed the file name, if you have changed the file path, go to Home tab. Transform data. Data source settings. Home tab. Transform data. Data source settings. Now it shows where the file is now residing. You have changed the file path. Now I want to select the new file path. Change source. Change source. Browse. And select the new source. As of now I didn't change it. If you have changed, you can change your source here. Select the new source and I say open. Now it reconnects your link. If you have changed the file path. File path, file name. Okay. Transform data. Data source settings. Change data source. If time permits, we'll explore the export edit permission, clear, that all we'll see. Time permits, we'll see in the next part. This is more about not Excel, like a password, username when you are getting it from SQL, Oracle. In that case, we can use the other features. Now, if I add the data, let us add the data and check. Let me open the source file. How can I go to the very last row here? Last filled row. How can I go to the very last row? Control end. Very good. Control end. So I think we have the last row is A3777. That's my last data filled area. Now wantedly I am leaving some empty space here. Wantedly. Could you tell me why I am leaving the empty space? To check whether my Power Query is working rightly, because if I give the empty space, all the empty space has to be removed in my Power Query. I want to check that. Let me add some data. Maybe I'll add a new row here. So let me copy this. I'm just copying. I don't want to type it again. So I'll copy the data and I'll put it here. Wantedly, I'm leaving some empty space and I'm pasting it here. Just I'm adding some data and I want to check whether it is getting updated. So I'm adding new data here. Let it be 4701. It's my new data. Date. Let it be the 1st April, or I'll put today's date. How can I put today's date? There is a shortcut key in Excel to get the today's date. Control semicolon. Next to L on your keyboard, we have control semicolon. Just put the control semicolon. We can add the new data, new row. I'm adding or type the date also, but while typing the date, please be careful. The better way of typing the date is 01, month name, year in 4 number. This is the best way to type a date, because every system will have a different date format, DD, YY. So if I type the date in this way, it will work in any system, The best way to enter date first, month in 3 alphabet, year in 4 number. These are all the things which we will teach it in normal basics of Excel training. But I will put control semicolon here and I'm adding a data. South, let it be Tamil Nadu, let it be Chennai, ride sharing company, something. R&D, electronics, logistics, sales. And this payment method I'm deleting. Why I'm deleting the payment method is I want to check in Power Query, because I didn't receive the payment. Today only we made this invoice. I didn't receive the payment. I have deleted it. If the payment method is empty, it has to be replaced with dash. Let us check that. Let us check it's working fine or not. So I deleted it. All other things are fine. So just I added a row. Save it. Close it. Don't open the file while refreshing, while creating a report. Don't open the file. It may throw some error. So better to close it. Control W. I have added a new row and I want to check it now. Come to Power BI. Could you tell me how can I check the data here? Is it required I have to go to Power Query and check my data? Click on the tab table view. But I don't know where is my data. How can I check the data? I added a new row. I want to know whether my new row is updated here. Is it required I have to scroll down and check the data, because I have more than 3,000, 4,000 rows available. Sometimes you may have lakhs and millions, billions of data. One is, if you know that invoice number, you can go to that arrow mark and search for it. Or what I will do is the latest invoice number 4701 or latest invoice date. The invoice date is today's date. That should come on the top. So I will sort this table in the descending order, so that the last data will come to the top, so that I can very easily find it out. So either the invoice number or invoice date, sort it in a descending order. Invoice number or invoice date, your wish. So let us go to the invoice number, and let me go to the invoice number and sort it in descending. Unfortunately, the last row is not there. It shows only 4,000 rows, 4,700. The 4,701 is not updated, like a Excel pivot table. Whenever you modify the source or add the source, your pivot table will not get updated. We have to refresh. How can I refresh it? Go to Home tab again. Go to Home tab of your Power Query. Refresh. When I click on refresh, there is an option schema data. Schema means it comes with the parameter. Some schemas we didn't create any schema. So either click on data or schema data, both also fine, no problem. As of now, nothing will happen. So schema and data is fine, safer. But schemas, we didn't create any schemas. That's through some coding, M language, we can do that. Click on schema data. Yes. Now the new row was updated here. And you can see there is no empty rows. All the empty rows has been cleared and payment mode has turned into cash. Yes. Have you relinked the path again? Are you sure? Then it should work. Linked it, then refresh it, it should work. I told you the best way. Oh, this is the first year. Anyway, we are going to delete it. What your invoice number and invoice date. That's going to be cash. Before refreshing, close that file, otherwise it will show that the access file was not closed. File was not closed. Yes. Done. Any challenges? Any queries? As I indicated, don't hesitate. Basic, silly. Because we are in the very basics of Power BI. Gradually we'll go to the next level. So any questions, doubts, queries, don't hesitate. Any sorts of doubts, I can repeat it any number of times. I'll come to your system and solve it. Just to check whether the data was updated here, I have added a new data and did it. So better, I will delete this data. Just to check for my reference, I did this. So now I will delete the data because while totaling, I should not get a wrong result. We should not get a wrong result. Everyone has to get the tally with the same result. So let me delete the data. Just for checking, I have added this. I select this entire row, select it and control minus or delete. Just to press delete and I delete this data. After the deleting the data, I think still it will be, and save and close. Please save and close this. While refreshing, don't open it. It may throw an error. So close this. But in Power Query, still that 401, 701 is still available here. So what has to be done? Home tab, refresh. Click on refresh. Yes. So 4700 is available. Perfect. So just I added the data and checked whether it's working. Now I deleted it. So from now you have to just add the data and refresh it. Schedule refresh, we'll explore how to schedule your refresh.
So while changing the data source, there are pending changes in the storage list.
Are you still in Power Query? You didn't close it.
Just I tried.
Close and come back. Close and load to BI. Have you source?
Power Query, after changing the source data, moving return data source setting. If we change the
Why is changing the data source settings? Why are you changing?
file path has been
Oh, you have changed it. Then you have to redo it. Then close. Have you closed that source file?
yes.
Then do the selected the source.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Then load it.
But it is not being uploaded.
but the pop-up is still
Apply changes discontinued.
Deleted the format one in download, not here. Your source. Let's change your data. I mean, two things that you are getting. We have one more option. Folders that just put the data into a particular folder. That's what we are going to do.
Before we should have got the data from all. Then asking.
Okay. Out of creating at least 1 or 2 reports before the break, we'll see whether it's possible. You are not able to say. I hope you have opened that zip file. Zip file, when you open the zip file only, it will show you read only. It's a normal Excel file. The content will opening the file. The zip file. It's a zip file. Come again. Right click. This one at least you want to do. I want some very. Money itself, I told you, delete that zip file. You should not get confused. Okay. Now, before creating some reports, I think we are in the workflow. Which workflow we are? How many workflows we have completed? Get is over. Transform is over. Loading is over. Fourth one is report. Yes, we are going to create a report. Before creating a report, we do small things. The page settings. Page set be done at any time. You can do the page settings at any time, but my suggestion is the best practice is do the page settings before creating the report, because after creating the report, if you are aligning the pages, everything may get collapsed. So better to arrange the page settings before creating the report. So how to do the page settings is place the cursor anywhere. It's in empty only, so you can place the cursor anywhere. On the right hand side, visualization. On the visualization, below the visualization, there is a second button, format. Format your report page. This page we are going to format it. I want to give some background color, maybe your logo, something has to be done here on this report page. So let us click on the format your report page. Under the format your report page, there are various options. Option number 1, page information. Click on the page information. On the page information, page name. What is the name of this page? Is it required to rename the page? We have to go to format, go to the page information and rename it here. Can I do this like a Excel, double clicking, renaming? Yes, of course we can do that. Right click on this page name and rename it, or double click on the page name and rename it. Both are same. It's not required. You have to come here and rename it. So let me give a name for this. I rename it as home page. This is my first page. This is going to be my home page. So I have given a name called as home. Allow use as tooltip. Allow use as Q&A. Very powerful. Magical feature. I'm using a name called as magical. It's a magical feature. We'll explore this magical feature. Tomorrow at least we have to end up this magical feature, use tooltip. So as of now, don't do anything on the tool. If you do also, nothing will happen. First we will understand what is tooltip, what is Q&A. Then we will apply that Q&A and tooltip. So as of now, don't do anything here. So tooltip is a very powerful magical feature. We'll see it tomorrow. So now that's all. That's it in the page information. I collapse the page information. Canvas setting is your page size. I hope you are aware of it. Worldwide, all your screen size has been standardized worldwide. Worldwide, they have standardized it as 16:9. My laptop size screen settings is 16:9. Even this TV screen size is also 16:9. Even if I open a PowerPoint presentation, when I open a PowerPoint presentation and I go to the design, under the design, if I go to the slide size and I check, even the slide size is also 16:9. If you open a TV, it will be 16:9. Projector, it will be 16:9. Worldwide, they have standardized it as 16:9. But still, if you want to modify your page size, screen size, here you can do this. 16:9, 4:3, letter, tooltip, or custom. You can arrange the height and width of your page size. But it will not fit within a screen, or it will go beyond with your screen. So better, my suggestion is 16:9. If you want to change, we can change it. But I will tell you tomorrow where we can change it. By default, I recommend not to change this. Of alignment, this alignment doesn't do anything here. When you publish it, you will see a difference. When you publish it, all your reports should appear on top of the screen, or all your reports should appear on the middle of your screen. So there are two types of alignment, top and middle. As I indicated, we will see no difference here. When you publish it, you may see a difference, but as of now, there is no difference. Even if I say top or middle also. Only one difference you can see, if I select middle, you will see the margins there. Top margin will be there. You can see the, when it comes to middle, you can see the margin on the top. That's all. Or you can go to the top alignment also. I go with top alignment. So to be precise, I didn't make any changes in the canvas settings. I collapse it. Canvas background. The background of your canvas. So for example, I want to give some color for the background. Let me put some blue color for this, maybe a purple color. But nothing has appeared here. The reason is canvas background color I have applied, but the transparency is 100%. Reduce the transparency to 0%. Now you will get a background color. Or I don't like a background color. Can I put my company logo or company image or vehicle? I have seen your company vehicle in some other screen background. So then in that case, you can go to browse and you can select that image also. For example, assume if I have your company logo. So I want to put your company logo on the background here. Yes. And you can fit or fill on your screen, stretch, fit, fill on your screens also. Normally, I believe you will put a logo not on the background, you will be using it as a top. No, top left or right? Top right. Okay. So let us see. Even you can have a link between a logo. We can have a dynamic link also. Someone has asked for picture. Dynamic change of the picture. We'll see that. So as I indicated, I think I don't know whether you prefer a background color. Do you prefer some background color here? I remove the logo here. Do you prefer a background color for your reports? Normally? White as a background or some other background? White. So then I will reset it. Why I am asking the specific reason is, all your visuals in Power BI has designed the background as white. If you are using some other background, then you have to reset all the background for your visuals also. That's why I am asking whether you are preferring a separate background. So as I showed you white, so let us go with the reset the background. So I will go with the white background itself. Then wallpaper. Wallpaper, some color. What is the difference between wallpaper and the canvas background? Is both are same? I have given a color for my wallpaper, so background I have seen a color. So what could be the difference between the wallpaper background and canvas background? Entire screen. Canvas is within the margin. Very good. Within the margin. Perfect. Within the margin, if you want a background, that's your canvas. The entire screen, you want a background, that's your wallpaper. So as you are told, you don't like any background, so let us say reset. Filter pane. What is that filter pane? So this filter, There is a filter pane available here. This one is your filter pane. This filter pane, even you can give a permission for your end user for applying the filter. After publishing also, you can give a permission for filtering it. While giving a permission, what should be the color for it? What is the background? What is the font name? That are all the things you can format it here. So the filter pane, filter card. So what's the text background? What is this is only for formatting. Nothing applies here. It's only for the formatting, the background color and other things. Just a formatting. But I'm not doing anything here. To be precise, I think I did only one changes. That is renaming the page. That's all. No other changes I did it here under the formatting. Only one change, renaming the page. Okay. Before the break, at least we'll see how to insert your logo, company logo. Then we'll see how to bring your company font also, because by default Power BI doesn't have your company font. You have a specific font, right? Daimler? Yes. Because that's not part of Microsoft. So we'll see how to bring your company font even to your Power BI reports. In Excel it will be available. Unfortunately in Power BI that may not be. We'll see how to bring it. Now let us see about your logo. Two methods to bring your logo. One is, assume I have already downloaded your company logo. If you have already downloaded, you can download it now, or you already have the downloaded logo here. Assume that I have already downloaded your company logo. Your company logo is available with me. This logo I want to put it on the screen. One is downloaded logo. Another one is linking your logo. Both will see. Maybe this will work if you have the very latest version, which is just 2-3 months before. If you are using the old version, you cannot link a logo. We can just download it and use it. If you are using the old version of BI, I don't know, so 1 or 2 are using the old version, you have to just watch here. The new user who are using the very latest after January, this feature has been enabled. Go to Insert. Under Insert, if I go to the Insert button, Image. Insert image. If you are using the very old version, it will just ask for the image. You have to select the image and insert it. But the latest version, we have some changes here. So go to Insert, Image. Old version, it will ask you to browse, select the image. But latest version, it will not ask you to browse. There are 2 or 3 methods. So insert image. On the right hand side, format image. Insert image. I have inserted an image here. Go to format image. Style. Maybe old version, overall using 25. This may not be there. Old version, you can just select the image and insert it. You cannot download, you cannot give a link to this in the old version. You have to just select it in images. I am saying for the latest version after January 2026. So format your image, style. Go to format your image, style. Old version people, just note it here. You can do it in the later part. Format your image, style, image. So go to format image, image. Under image, there is one more image here. Upload image, browse. Upload image is already there. Browse. Browse. Click on browse and I select your company logo. Yes. We got your company logo here. This is one method. But I don't like to download the logo every time. Suppose your logo it's getting updated more frequently. Every month it's getting updated. Maybe from the website, your company website, your logo will be published. I want the logo from your company website, not downloading and getting it. Okay. Second method. This is one method to get your logo. Second method. Let me open your website. Daimler trucks. Yeah. This one. This one is your logo, right? So right click on the logo. I don't know what is the browser you are using. Edge, right? Edge or Chrome? Edge. Very good. One training I got a answer as we are using Edge for downloading Chrome. At least you are using Edge better. We are using Edge only for downloading the Chrome. They are using Edge. Very good. You are using Edge at least. Okay. Right click. Copy image link. Right click on your logo. I have went to your company website. In the company website, I selected the logo, right click on it, copy image link. There is an option called image link. Right click, copy image link. That's all. The image link is copied. Now come to Power BI. Select the image, format, image, upload image. No, it's not upload image. Click on the arrow mark instead of upload image. Enter URL. There is one more thing called a select from data. Someone has asked, when I select a person name, the person photograph has to be displayed. That we will see it in the next part. So enter URL and paste that URL here. Enter URL and paste that URL which we have copied it. Paste that URL. Yes. Now we got your company logo from your website straight away. Okay, this is the best way. Instead of downloading and inserting the logo, straight away you can get your logo from your website. So like this, we'll see how to get the pictures and other things in your slicer, other things also. Right. Next, I think it will take some time to insert the your font, because we have to get your company font here. If you have some other font, Calibri, Cambria or Aptos, we can straight away use it. But unfortunately, all your reports should have your company font. So we have to get your company font to your reports. So next session is going to be reporting. Whole afternoon we are going to spend our time on reporting and publish. So as of now, save the file.
The options are now visualization, image.
No, select this. Right hand side, you will get format image. Select, have you inserted the image and select that image, format image, style, expand the style, image. Here you have to select enter URL. Format image, style, image, enter URL and paste that URL here. That copied URL has to be pasted here. Copy image link. Link address is your this link. That the entire website link. Image link. Copy image link. It should. If the entire website is getting changed, then it will not happen. Sometimes they will change the entire linking, everything. Then same link may not be there. Apo you will not get it. Okay. So shall we go for a lunch break? I hope a specific vehicle will be available. You can talk to them. I think only one training is going on, so there will be only one vehicle. No other training is available today, so we can get that vehicle. Try to come as soon as possible. We have to cover as much as possible. So I'm stopping the